Hi, good morning everyone. I'm JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia, and today is day 94 of Mindful Morning Meditation. I hope everyone had a good rest for the week, and it's a wonderful day right now in Kechara Forest Retreat in Bentong. It's very, very cooling outside. It's a bit cloudy, but it's nice and cooling. I think it's around the low 20s, so very, very nice. Okay. As I'm waiting for everyone to tune in, let's do a little bit of stretching. Okay, so here we go. Stretch our arm. Remember to breathe in and out. Change arms. Okay, stretch your arms. Okay, stretch the back. Excuse me. Okay, turn the other way. Remember to breathe in and out as we're stretching. Okay, we're done, and let's stretch the neck. Tilt to one side. And tilt to the other side. Tilt forward. And tilt backwards. Okay, and we are done. If you'd like to stretch your legs, do so now as I'm talking. Let's see who's tuned in this morning. Hi, morning, Cindy, Gillian, Corinne, Nancy, good morning, Cochran, good morning. Okay, very sorry that I could not make it last Sunday. I had to cancel the show because of a medical situation that I had, but all is well, so I am back. Okay, so no worries. No, I did not contract COVID-19, so don't worry, I'm fine. All right, so let's start with the 9-round breathing meditation. Okay, so ready? Let's go. Palm up, left hand out, thumb down, wrap your thumb to a fist, put your left fist under your right armpit. Right hand on your left nostril and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, change hands. Right hand out, thumb down, wrap your thumb into a fist. Put your right fist under your left armpit. Left hand on your right nostril and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Two hands on your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Okay, we're done. And let's see who else is here. Hi Yiman, Sokfan, thank you very much for tuning in. Okay, so today we will continue with the 45-minute meditation. Please do join and challenge yourself to stay focused. Yep. So you may be struggling by, always having to remind yourself to focus on your nostril area, but that is fine because that is part of what meditation is all about. Okay, it's training ourselves to keep bringing back the focus to the nostril area, which I've said many times. Okay, so it's fine. All right, so if everyone is ready, let's start. Hi JC, good morning. Good morning. Okay, and by the way, if you are not aware, Kechara Forest Retreat has reopened its doors again to public since yesterday. All right, so, and I understand that starting from Monday, interstate traveling is lifted. Okay, interstate traveling is lifted. So if you have the opportunity, please stop by and come and pay us a visit in Bentong. All right, and if I'm around, I look forward to seeing all of you. Okay, so today we have Freon who is helping, and are you ready, Freon? Okay, so we'll do 45 minutes. And try to join us as well. You can sit on the cushion. I think it may help you. Okay, so now if you're seated on the floor, make sure you are on a cushion, raised cushion. Okay, if you are on a chair, if you prefer a chair or a sofa, please make sure that your seat is firm so that you don't slouch, because if you do that, you're going to get a backache eventually. All right? Now, for those of you who have pins and needles on your legs most of the time, please make sure that you do enough stretching. Okay, and if you really cannot sit on the floor, it is fine. Just sit on a chair, but don't lean on the back of your chair. Always sit at the edge. All right, and you rock forwards and backwards until you find the center. Okay, and your hands either this way, palms down, palms up, or like this, up to you. And relax your shoulders. All right, and we shall start. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in all the way. And breathe out. Breathe in the healing white light. Fill your entire body with this healing white light. And when you breathe out, visualize dark smoke representing all your stress, your worries, your illness, aches and pains, anger, irritation, fear, insecurities. Breathe it all out and visualize dark smoke. Every time you breathe in, Visualize white healing light entering your nostrils, filling your entire body from the top of your head to the tip of your fingers and to the tip of your toes. Your entire body is glowing in this white light. You're very relaxed, very calm. Bring your focus on the nostril area. Notice when you breathe in, notice the air entering your nostril as you breathe in, and when you breathe out. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, watch the sounds, watch your aches and pains. Bring your focus back to the nostril area. Watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, watch the sounds, watch your aches and pains, your itch. Bring your focus back to the nostril area. You're very calm, very relaxed. And if you're falling asleep, open your eyes and bring the focus back to the nostril area. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring your focus back to the room. Okay, so do share with me about your experience today. I'd love to hear from all of you. Let me know what went throughout the entire 45 minutes. Okay, whether you were struggling, whether or not it was very peaceful for you, and so anything that you'd like to share, please do that. So as you're doing that, I'm going to share with you my gratitude journal that I wrote yesterday. Okay, number one, I'm grateful for the help I received in setting up my altar. Number two, I'm grateful for meeting new people who can help Kechara's Relic Stupa project. And number three, I'm grateful to have good medical treatment. Okay, so that was my gratitude. And also, if you like, do share with me what you're grateful for. All right, and as you're writing, I would like to acknowledge today's sponsor for this program. So today's sponsor is Anonymous, dedicated towards all beings' liberation from suffering, and attainment of compassion, wisdom, and true happiness. And the second sponsor is Anonymous as well, dedication, may all have peacefulness. Okay, so if you'd like to sponsor our online programs, please do so. There's a link after we're done with this program. You can click on it and you can make a contribution. And with your contribution, we're able to sustain our online program. So thank you very much to all the sponsors. All right, so Cindy, monkey mind is active today. Struggle to focus. It's all right. Yep, today even my mind was all over the place, but every time it was, my mind was wandering, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull back to that, and focus on the nostril area. Okay, so same thing. Hi Jerry, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so do we have any more sharing? Okay, I think you're busy writing. Okay, I will read out today's wisdom quote but do continue writing, okay? The wisdom quote from 108 Ways to Grab My Apples by Tam Rinpoche. Let me see what's the quote for today. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, today's wisdom quote is, sometimes when the people you love don't accept who you are, forgive them. You accept them for not accepting you and move on. Okay, I'll repeat. Sometimes when the people you love don't accept who you are, forgive them. You accept them for not accepting you and move on. Now, this is a very powerful quote here. It's interesting because, I had dinner with a friend last night and we were just talking about things like this, about how it is important not to, it is important to forgive and let go. Forgive people who do not accept our ways. Forgive people whose love for us are very conditional. And forgive people who treat us the way they treat us, because that's their level. That's the best that they know at that point of time, regardless of their age, okay? A person's age does not reflect their wisdom. Does not reflect their wisdom. They're two totally different things. Okay, you can be 80 years old and your wisdom level can be, let's say, 30 years old or 20 years old. All right, so just because you're of a certain age, it doesn't mean you're wise. So if that's the level, there's nothing much we can do. And instead of questioning why, we learn to accept, just like how we would like others to accept the way we are, the good points and the not so good points. It's a package deal. No one is perfect, no one. There's no why. That's their level. That's their level. So instead of holding on and asking why did they do this to me? Why are they being like this to me? Why? There's no why. That's their level. Because if they knew better, they would not do what they did. If they knew better, they would not do what they did. Okay? If they were a lot happier, if deep down inside they don't have much gripes, they don't harbor on much negativity. In general, they're very joyful, very happy people. They would exude more positive energy towards everyone. Think about it. When we ourselves, every time we heal, when we let go of something, when we are focused on more positive things in our lives, you think about it right now. When we are positive, we always, we feel good. Everybody whom we meet, we exude a lot of positive energy, and you're so happy. You're just so happy and grateful, and people around you go, "Hey, why are you so happy today?" And that is the energy that we project to others. So if that person behaves in a way that doesn't agree with you, or that is damaging, or that or something that you do not agree, that's their level. That's the best that they know at that point of time. So there's no reason not to forgive. There's no reason, or there's no why. That's the level. That's the level. So we forgive. We accept them for not accepting us. Yes, so be it. I accept. That's your level. Move on. With this attitude, we learn to be more forgiving. We learn to be more accepting. You see, we always wish that others would accept us for who we are. We have to do the same first. We have to, you see, like I always say, if you want love, give it out first. Give love first. Love will come back. You want people to accept you, the whole package, the good and the not so good, you have to do that first. You want others to forgive you, you forgive others first. And everything else that you would like others to do for you, you must do that first. And that is a law of nature. That is a law of nature. That is a law of nature. Otherwise, then it's not fair, because if we don't practice what we want others to do for us, then it becomes one-sided. Okay? It becomes one-sided. Then that's not fair. This is something that we always have to check on ourselves, on our mind, to see whether or not we are fair. Okay, any questions? This is a very good quote. Very, very good quote. I love it very, very much. Okay, before I move on, let's see. Moon Chan. Hi, Moon. Oh, this is the first time that I see you online. Well, at least live with me. Okay? Me too, feeling tension on my face still, but it's good to acknowledge the stress is there. Great. Yeah, so feel the tension. Okay, as for myself, because my hands were slipping down, so I felt that, I'm just going forward like that. So again, you just readjust yourself and centralize yourself, and then go back to focusing on the breath. Okay, so whatever these distractions may be, you find yourself leaning forward, and then it's creating a lot of aches and pains, then you adjust yourself again. It's called being mindful. That's why this session is called mindful meditation. So you are mindful about it, you adjust yourself, and you go back to the breath around your nostril area. Again, as I always say, the exercise is about bringing your focus back to the nostril, bring your focus back to the nostril, bring your focus back to the nostril. When we do that enough times, it will just be effortless. And when we step out of this room, every time we want to focus on something and we're distracted, we will immediately bring your focus back to whatever it is that you want to focus on. It can be a task at hand, it can be memorizing your whatever that you need to memorize for school, for work. Whatever it is you're supposed to do, you will bounce back and you will focus on that, regardless of what your distractions may be. Okay, it can be, I'm not in the mood to do it. No, I'll deal with my mood later. I'll focus back on what I need to do right now. It's very, very useful. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you, Moon. Congruent Gratitude had a simple dinner with wife on her birthday. Well, please wish your wife for me a very happy birthday. And do encourage her to join us on our meditation class. Oh, Corinne is a wife. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Hi, Corinne. Because I don't. Oh yes, I see your handle picture. Yes. Hi, Corinne. Sorry, I didn't realize that was you. Okay, happy birthday, Corinne. And Corinne says, manage to focus and less thoughts. Feeling good. That's wonderful, Corinne. Okay, I'm glad that both of you joined our meditation class every weekend. If you have time during the weekday, do that as well. Just 5-10 minutes every day. Always remember, consistency is the key here. Consistency is the key for us to evolve and become more focused. And as a result, you will be more calm and you'll be more effective in your daily life. Okay, and I would dare say, even your relationship with each other becomes better as a result. Okay, so thank you very much. Iman. Today I meditate with my eyes open Today I meditate with my eyes open as I have always been meditating with closed eyes. Initially struggling and easily distracted as my eyes are trying to wander around my room. Able to focus better in the end and feel some moment of serenity and peacefulness. JP has stumbled upon this quote recently. Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Is it true in your opinion that the soul refers to the inner self, and how does the soul speak? Thanks. That's a very good question, Iman. I'm always looking forward to your questions because your questions reflect show me that you actually think very deeply with everything that you learn, and you question. So definitely you put in a lot of effort to search for the truth. And I'm very, very happy that you're doing that. Okay, and I'll always look forward to your questions. So do ask me more questions. All right. So let me answer this. Well, the first one is, when we meditate, always, if you can, do not close your eyes. Because why? After we leave this room, you're not going to walk around with your eyes closed. Okay? The key about meditating is whatever that we are learning here, to strengthen the focus, to strengthen our control of focusing, of control of the mind in order to focus. We use this room, whatever room that you're in, to practice doing that. So that when you walk out of this room, you will be able to apply that same control to your mind so that you can focus on whatever it is that you need to do. Okay? So when we leave this room, we're not going to walk around with our eyes closed. We're not. And don't forget, we are creatures of habit. If we're used to a certain way, remember when I first started with this, with just focusing on the breath, and then after that, I changed to the sound bathing meditation, and a lot of you just was totally destabilized, and you could not, and it took you a few sessions to get used to focusing on the sound. And that's how the mind is. We've always been trained to do something new, and then after that, once we get used to it, it becomes automatic. That's how the mind works. That's how the mind works. So if in this room we can only focus with the eyes closed, then I guarantee you, when you walk out of here, you will find it very, very difficult to focus because your eyes are open. You're not used to it. Your body is not used to it. You're not used to it. Okay? So always have your eyes open, half open, so that whatever is in front of you will not distract you. Will not distract you. Okay? And this is just for the beginning. Now that this is already the 94th session with all of you. Okay? 3 months plus of 94 is 3 months plus. By now, you're already you're at the intermediate level. By now, it's about whatever distractions are in front of you, great. Because why? We have the control to just say, okay, thank you for the distraction. Let me bring it back to either my breathing or my task at hand. My task at hand. Okay, or whatever it is that you have set for your intention of the day. Okay, there are tons of distractions when we walk out of here, but they will not take us away from what we need to do for the day. Because why? I've learned to control my mind. I've learned to control my mind to focus on what I need to do with my eyes open. Okay, Iman and all of you. Okay, so that is why it's very, very important to have your eyes open, or at least half open. Okay, and once you are good with that, you can meditate anywhere, even in your office. You can do that. Okay, when you are having lunch, when you're having tea outside, whatever it is that you do, tons of noise, tons of people walking back and forth, but you can still focus and you can still meditate and focus. You can do that. Try that one day, or even afterwards when you do go out to do grocery shopping, or you can sit in your living room with your family walking back and forth and all the distraction with the TV on, but you can still find a peace of mind because you can just focus regardless of all the distractions. Okay, that's a real test. All right, so Iman asks, now, quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Is it true in your opinion? Definitely. Look, how many times when we meditate, emotions arise, thoughts arise. All this will arise. You will start to remember things from the past. You start to remember what you've read or what you saw many years ago or just recently. Things that bother you, that you've kind of shelved, will arise. Happy thoughts will arise. A lot of things will arise because you have calmed the mind. They will arise. And when they arise, quote unquote, they speak to you. Your soul speaks to you. It's because what? These are things. If they are negative things, they are things that we need to address. We need to heal. We need to address means we need to take a good look at it one more time. Understand that those emotions, those negative emotions that arose, is a reaction to a person or a situation because we have a certain expectation of the situation and of the person. And these are wrong expectations. These are wrong expectations. Because they are wrong expectations, we start to react. And when we react, these are called emotions or thoughts. So all this happened because of our expectation. And some of you may say, what's wrong with expectations? Definitely it's wrong, because why? We are projecting what we think is real onto others. They are who they are. Situations are what they are. They do not have to match what we think they are. The reality is such, but we wish it was something else. We're not being realistic. We are not learning to accept. We are not learning to accept whatever happened. And that is why we react. And that's why we react. Things happen, people behave the way they behave because for people, that's the level. For situations, you've done your best. Keep moving it. Move on. For situations, if you want to do something, it doesn't happen the way you want it to do, change your method. Keep changing your method and keep changing the method until your desired results are met. There's no why, it's not working at this point of time. Try something else. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. All successful people fail 1,000 times, and because they succeed that one time, they win. They win, and they win big. But most of the time, they fail. And that's what life is all about. So keep trying. Okay, so coming back to Iman's question, yes, all these, the soul will speak. What does that mean? It means that all these emotional baggage that we have, all the good thoughts that we have, they will all arise because the mind is calm. Actually, when we are very, very good, when we advance in our meditation, your memory will improve. Why does memory improve? Because everything that we've done and we've said, actually, it's saved in our mind. It's saved. We don't, and a lot of times we don't have good memory, and that's because, well, number one, it can be a medical condition. Number two is because we are so easily distracted all the time. So for us to remember something, that's going to take a while. So when we calm ourselves, after a while, a lot of things that we have done, that we've forgotten, will surface. And that is why a highly evolved being, or a person who practices calming the mind, and they're very good at it, they have photographic memory. Everything they've done, they will remember. And these are very advanced level, very advanced. They will remember. Okay? It's nothing miraculous, it's just how the mind works. That's how the mind works. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, Yiman. Okay? So the soul is actually us. Okay? A lot of times we say, oh, but I don't know why I did what I did. Oh, I don't know why I said what I said. We always have to give an excuse that our mouth is separate from us, or that our mind is separate from this body. No, it's not. We cannot help it is because we are not mindful. We do not focus. We just let ourselves go without control. Definitely, whatever we do, whatever we say, our body actions, all comes from the mind. All comes from it, whether or not we're aware of it or not. It all comes from there. Okay, so the soul will speak, definitely. It will keep speaking until the day we die. Until the day we die. Whatever the situations may be, whatever questions that are not answered, the mind will prompt you. Because why? Ultimately, the mind is selfless, ultimately. So when we train our mind to do things that are not selfless in nature, your mind will always be rumbling and say, that is not natural. That is not natural. That's why we're always stressed, irritation arise, agitation arise, depression arise, anger arise. All these are symptoms of the mind. These are symptoms that we're operating unnaturally. And that's why the soul speaks, or the mind speaks, that say, hey, let's go back to the natural self. And what is that? We're compassionate, we're kind, we're forgiving, we're all accepting, and we're totally selfless. That is the natural state of mind. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Iman. Cochran this morning is blissful and energetic. Had a little bit of shoulder strain. I observed that since I've changed my position in front of Menla, focus is easier on white lights flowing into my nostrils. Great, Cochran. So for me, I prefer to meditate with closed eyes, but I find with open eyes, I find that I'm able to focus better. But in spite of the thoughts, still wanders. It's okay. Like I always say, open your eyes. Open your eyes. It will help you once you get out of your room. Okay? Moon. Yes, I need to practice more, and also I like to share that. And I also like that you share. Everyone is doing their best at that time. So do ourselves. Hope that I can give myself more acceptance too. Thank you, JP. You're most welcome. Corinne, I meditate with eyes closed in the beginning and eyes open towards the end. I find with eyes closed I focus better, but we'll try to do with eyes open throughout in the next session. Definitely, Corinne, it's much easier. It's much easier if we close our eyes. Just like it's much easier when we walk out of this room and things in front of us become chaotic and we just want to close our eyes and not look at it and not deal with it. Definitely. You see, but we cannot close our eyes all the time when we go out. We cannot close our ears, we cannot close our eyes, and we cannot close our mouth all the time. We cannot. We have to confront life. We have to face life. We have to. It's not easy. That's why we have these meditation classes. These sessions here is to say, time out. Let me shut myself from all this distraction in my life, and let me train myself to have better control, so that whatever comes my way to distract me, to upset my equilibrium, I can bounce back and focus on my intention for the day. Does that make sense? That's why it is very important to open the eyes, and no matter what happens, it can be a mosquito, it can, that's flying around you, or a fly, or your family walking back and forth, or your children calling you. Regardless, that's a good distraction. All distractions are good because it will test you. You will be able to gauge for yourself how fast you can bounce back from the distraction and go back to your breath. If you're very good at that, like split second, it's like, okay, thank you, and then you come back, you have improved. That's the key. Okay? All right, do we have any more questions for the day? Any more questions for the day? Freon, do you have any questions? No. Okay, great. So if you don't have any more questions, we'll see you guys tomorrow again at 8:30 a.m. Now, do again share our session on your own Facebook page, because you never know who will benefit from our session. You never know. And especially with this pandemic, a lot of people find it very stressful because there are a lot of things that they like to distract themselves with that they cannot do. So during this withdrawal, you remember I was saying that we have this withdrawal syndrome because we cannot do what we usually like to do, and so we feel stressed and suffocated and all that. It's a withdrawal syndrome. We cannot do what we usually like to do. So that's why sessions like this will help them understand what they're going through and how to overcome it. Okay? So do share. Okay, so on that note, have a pleasant Saturday. And again, Kechara Forest Retreat is open to public. Again, and starting on Monday, there is no interstate lockdown. You can travel freely, I think, except for zones that are red. Okay, so if you stay in an area that is red zone, I think you're not supposed to travel out. Okay, but we'll see what happens. So, all right, so I look forward to seeing you guys around in Kechara Forest Retreat. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.